Ladies and gentlemen, foes and fans, friends and fudders, welcome to MANIA and the 36 chambers of tech. I am your host, ShyTalks Kusama, and it is a pleasure to meet you. Now, before we get started, I'd like to start as I do anything like this, just as you should start your days, in my humble opinion. I would like to thank God for this moment, for the divine providence to be here and to talk to you about the amazing things that we've been working on. I'll save the prayer for our show on Saturday. So why am I doing this? Who am I? What are we doing? And where are we as a world? That's what I'm here to talk about today. And for the next month or so, you'll get tidbits and snippets into my life and to the lives of our team and our decentralized community of millions out there, the Shib Army, who have built something truly incredible and the world needs to know. Before I get started any further about that information, let's just do a recap of who we are, why we're here, and what we are. Shib started as an experiment, one of the world's greatest experiments, started by a mysterious person named Ryoshi. Ryoshi had a vision of epic proportion. What exactly would happen if spontaneously someone created a community behind a theme, behind an idea, behind a goal of decentralizing the world? That vision captured my heart because I believe that the old world has to fall apart and a new world must be built from the ashes, and that we are at a time where technology allows us, for the first time ever, the average person, the average individual, to be part of a movement to change the world. So I joined Shib. Now, I'm not a founder of Shib. I get that question or that comment all the time. You're the founder of Shib. No, I'm not. Okay, Ryoshi's the founder. I actually joined Shib 6 months after its birth, $3,000 in my pocket. And I bought Shib off the exchanges just like everyone else. And I believed that it was possible that Shib could overtake Doge. That's it, very simple. The vision for decentralizing the world was there, but our drive was to overtake Doge, and we have, and we will again. And I'll tell you how we can do that throughout this podcast. Initially, I had an idea, and we could always use this idea if you want to, but the idea was pretty simple. What if all of us who use Amazon changed our Amazon address from Amazon.com to smile.amazon.com. You know, Jeff Bezos has this little thing that he does. It's very quiet. But if you purchase anything from Amazon using smile.amazon, he will pay 5% to the charity of your choice. It's very quiet because, of course, it's not something that Amazon wants to do. But this concept was what got me started with Shib, is an idea that I had. I figured that we would all choose the same charity, and then at the end of the month, whenever Bezos pays out that charity, they would mention us and say, hey, we're really excited that the Shib Army has helped donate a certain amount of money to us. Now, I took this idea to Ryoshi through someone that introduced me to him. I won't say any names. I'll do my best not to say any names of anyone in the community on this podcast as much as possible for a variety of reasons. But I was introduced to Ryoshi, and I told him the idea, and he said, hey, that's a pretty good idea. I think you could take this vision, this concept, this idea of Shib and complete it. And I accepted that challenge. He gave a very simple roadmap that I'm going to share with you all at that time, years ago. The idea was to have 5 tokens and 4 or so different pieces of technology. Let's go through them. Shib, the core token that we all love so dearly. Leash, which was already minted as well at that time, which at the time was pegged to Doge, but that's another story. But now represents exclusivity and more inside of our ecosystem or our network state. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Bone, which is the gas token for Shibarium and also has governance. And then Treat, our final token that is yet to be released, but I'll talk a lot about Treat, and I think the Treat token for sponsoring this podcast, it's the final component of what we built and extremely important. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And then there's Shib, which is the stable coin that I'm going to leave in the hands of the community to finish. We'll give them all the tools to do so. Those are the 5 tokens. The technologies or protocols or concepts were slightly different. Shiba Swap, the ability to swap tokens back and forth, very important. Shibarium, an L2 blockchain, which is completed, and we'll talk about that. Obviously, there is our conference, ShibaCon, a place where we can all get together, talk about our accomplishments, and show the world what we've done. And then, of course, Shib, which kind of stands in both. Now, this seems like an easy thing to complete. I'm like, no problem, bro. I got this. So where's the budget? And that's when it hit me that there is no budget. There is no team. There is no marketing. It's just what we do. This is a different concept from, I don't know, ETH Foundation, Sol, even a lot of other tokens that you see where the holders have huge bags and they've raised money and they have a wallet or they have some sort of fund of hundreds of millions of dollars that it can throw at literally anything and still not accomplish as much as we have, through the grace of God, of course. Becomes really interesting when you consider that we were able to accomplish what we have and complete that vision without all the things that they have. But where it gets interesting is that building those pieces of technology is not enough to truly take over the world. You need a complete foundational system, an operating system to run a state that we have built. And that, my friends, is the 36 chambers of technology. That's 36 different pieces of tech. I'll talk through most of them on this podcast. And those pieces of technology are granular, they are interchangeable, multi-directional, and cross-chain. We're really excited because these pieces of technology, when combined with the token concepts and all the different parts of governance and the network state and everything that we have, truly revolutionizes everything that has to do with crypto. Can you see that I'm excited? Because I am. Because while all the fudders out there were saying that we were scammers and that we weren't going to do anything, that we weren't going to build even Shiba Swap, that we weren't going to do this, or that Shibarium wouldn't do this or couldn't do this, we pushed past all the FUD and completed everything on Ryoshi's roadmap and then some. Take that, fudders. How do you like you? You don't like it, do you? I know you don't. It's okay. So, instead of posting a blog like I usually do, instead of going in the chats like I usually do, I'm here in front of you to tell you personally what it takes to take this concept and all of the chambers of tech that we've built to the next level, because I can't do it without you. It has to be something that we collectively do. We collectively find businesses, individuals, companies, countries, cities to adopt what we have and use it to revolutionize the world. Now look, you don't have to. You can hit the stop button right now. Go ahead. It's okay. Let me tell you this. You're gonna regret it if you do. If you don't listen and really wrap your head around where crypto is going, where blockchain is going, and why Shib is the leader and will continue to be the leader for all memes and for some things that are not memes, even the things that turn into memes later, like coin, then you're gonna regret it. Instead, lock in, grab some popcorn, and tune in every week to learn exactly why Shib is as powerful as it is, why I am the Prince of Memes, and I have an incredible group of technologists, including my best friend and brother Kyle, who have built this incredible operating system and ecosystem. It's time, Shib Army, to show the world our power, to show the world that we are much more than a meme and that we are serious about decentralization. All right, so let's talk about the format. Every day for the next 30 or so days, I'm going to get on here and talk about different topics. On Mondays, it'll be me day. I'm going to talk about things that I believe, that I'm seeing, that I understand. We'll also talk about memes, have a little bit of fun, maybe even do an interview or two. On Tuesdays, we're going to talk about treats and the entire ecosystem, bone, leash, Shib, why it all matters. I call it Treat Yourself Tuesdays. Wednesdays, all about the magazine, no podcast. But you never know. Might bring one of the magazine guys on here and we might talk about what they're working on. You never know. And on Thursdays, we're going to get deep into the technology and understand what these 36 chambers of tech are and break them down in groups and sometimes individually, because it can be quite complex. On Fridays, we're just going to have fun, right? This is all about fun. And I want to follow some people on Twitter. I want to have some interactive moments, laugh a little bit, okay? Saturday is all about spirituality. I'll be talking about all that spiritual stuff. Now, look, I always have heard you don't talk about politics or religion, and I don't really care what people say. I'm going to share my viewpoint with you all. You don't have to listen. But if you do, I think that it will be slightly enlightening. And Sunday, there'll be no podcast. We'll be playing Sheba Eternity and our other games with our partners, tournaments, and lots of fun things there. So, hope you will tune in here. And of course at shib.io, soon to be shib.com, wink, wink, where you'll be able to hear